Deuce.
Digital Deuce.
I'm in a band called Kuwait Grips.
It's pretty radical.
Can I be in the band?
Yeah, you can.
What I do?
You play sleigh bells.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm down. I'm down with that. Hey,
Alright.
hey, John, I got something to tell you.
Sexy gnome.
John.
Yeah.
I'm out of the band, man. I respect you guys. I respect what you're doing, but it's just I don't like the sound.
You cut out.
Oh, he died.
Guys, I respect what you're doing, but I just don't. It's not a kind of sound that I like. I don't like the sound of the music. I'm just gonna go my own way with it.
I need to watch the old seasons again. First 2 seasons.
Those are the best when they're just killing time.
Where does one watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Does anyone know? I don't think it's on Netflix.
It's on Hulu.
Okay.
But that may change because I guess it just stopped being.
The group that was doing it before dropped it, and then NBC picked it up.
Yeah. Because they know it's good.
You do everything on the wrong layer. Alright, I'm streaming. I'm all set.
What did you say? We're ready?
I'm ready.
Do we start?
Welcome to the D&D Super Show! Let's all introduce ourselves.
With all your favorite D&D super people.
The iguana. The living iguana person with all the powers of an iguana.
Jotaro Kujo with the gun. Woo! I like. Ha! Aura. Mamma mia! Also, 'cause I'm a mobster. Ha! Somebody take the spotlight from me.
Then there's also Thoraxia.
Loud insectal clicking.
Yeah, but
And don't forget the glitch.
Reeing.
Their power is social anxiety.
My longest yeah boy ever.
And together we're the hooligans. Last time we left off, we drank coffee for 4 hours.
And everyone loved it.
Guys, I crashed for 3 straight days. It looks like I need to drink 5 gallons of water, because let me tell you, that's what came out.
That's enough with that glitch.
please end this.
Does our wonderful game master want to introduce themselves?
I am the secret among the stars. So,
Good.
I'm just a guy that wants to be a supervillain but feels morally obligated not to be. So I made this game.
Awesome.
Swag.
Swiggity swooty. Ugh.
I just think that supervillains are cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most
So
of the time, they're just big dorks that just are misunderstood.
we left off leaving the coffee shop last time. Oh no, we talked to the mayor, right?
Yes.
He's running for mayor.
I think he's
He is
currently
running
the
for
mayor.
mayor.
He's running
No,
for
he's running
re-election.
for mayor.
Oh,
He is currently the head of the hero organization.
gotcha.
He also doesn't have any powers.
He
Right.
also does not have any powers.
He's a normie.
He's a Yeah, he sure is an army.
Oof. Got him.
But like, doesn't
Got
seem
it.
like
Game
being a
over,
supervillain. I think that seems fun, like Venture Bro level supervillain.
Like the one guy that's a manatee.
No, he's a good guy.
Oh, that's right.
I forget his name, but he's a good
He
guy.
he's dead, so
Yeah, he is. Oh boy, sure is dead.
how are we doing this game
Well,
master?
you guys all, I imagine, are like, okay, well, that's it for the day, and then break up. Everyone's headed home. Iguana, you are going back to your home as well.
Yeah. Then I shoot everyone a text like 2 hours later, calling them to meet up at World Coffee. I need help immediately. Stat.
At this point, I'm still wound up on the 8 cups of coffee, so I'm there pretty fast.
That's the thing we're gonna take you.
Yep.
So we all meet up.
I suppose.
Yeah, I pull up in my pimp-mobile.
You don't see the iguana's
1984
regular.
Nova.
I actually wish that I drove around a Volkswagen Golf, an original Volkswagen Golf.
Are you sure it's not just this?
Okay, so we don't see the iguana.
Oh, I'm sorry. We don't see the you don't see the iguana in her regular costume. She's wearing just multiple layers of jackets and whatnot. You did when you first met her.
Jeez, you look like me on a rough day.
It definitely seems like she's kind of nervous about something. She says, I need you guys to help me find someone. I'm sorry if I'm not. What?
Oh, I was gonna make an in-character joke.
Someone broke into my home and they took one of my friends.
Oh,
Perfect time for a joke.
Have you Damn, before you told me that they took one of your friends, I was gonna comment on trying to find what you're looking for under all those sweaters. Ah, but now we have to find your friend.
Gotcha.
yeah, that's sad.
I say we should go back to my place so we can talk to some of the people that were there.
That sounds
There,
like
I
a
put
place to start.
I put your
Where's
car on there.
Valencia?
That is
Alright.
that is what I would imagine him driving. Yeah.
I lead everyone to the nearest manhole.
I didn't bring my boots.
What?
Oh,
Whoa,
you
whoa
take
there.
off the skin.
So what? We just gonna walk down in the manhole?
Well, that's how you get there, yeah. But you won't be walking down there. Don't worry. We'll be riding in style. And the iguana just kind of jumps down.
Liquid's just gonna shrug and jump down after her.
All right.
the
You land on a. So you know those boats they have in like the bayou with the fans on the back of them?
Yeah.
It's like that in the sewer.
Oh, that's nuts. We can blow all the poo gas away from us.
And go somewhere.
I've always wanted to be in charge of something that's used poo gas in a script, just like Freakazoid.
It seems to be made of like salvaged metal from things. It looks odd.
Is there a ladder that leads down so I don't have to jump down?
Yeah.
Okay, I do that instead because I'm civilized and not hopped up on so much caffeine I could die. Quiet crying.
Freakopedia.
There's an entire article about poo gas.
Oh, I'm gonna keep the entire article about poo gas open.
Just for reference later.
Yeah, just in case I need to tell someone what poo gas is in a scientific fashion.
Okay. So everyone jump down. We're waiting for Thoraxia.
I'm like, I don't know if I want to go. Okay. Oh, it's so grimy.
You peel off your skin and become a bug. What's so wrong about the sewer?
She's like, I'm civilized. And I'm like, is that a half-eaten taco? Climbs down to the bottom of the sewer.
Oh no!
Pick it up off the ground. Opens the rat, like pooping on it. Knock the rat off.
That's a whole bagel bite.
That's fucking gross. Oh shit! I'm sorry. I think the best part about hearing how you guys do your characters is just like how you guys get around. It's the best. It's the best part.
Definitely not transforming.
All right, I pull the lawnmower cord to the fan, and we start jetting down to the iguana cave.
So here's some good time for some character development, some inter-character development. Because Vectroid probably wouldn't know that Iguana has a magic sewer gondola with a big fucking fan attached to it that take us to the sewers.
Definitely not magic.
I know it's not magic, but I'm
definitely magic.
Definitely magic.
It's the same like your car. It's magic. That's the only reason it works.
Basically. Inductive.
There's your airboat.
Promethean powers.
Where? Oh yeah, there it is.
I typed in fan boat Burt Reynolds, but it didn't give me a picture of Burt Reynolds.
So your friend was taken, huh?
Yeah.
And your first lead was to hop on a convenient boat in the sewer. So where are we going?
To my home, where my friends are at to help us.
In the sewer?
Yeah, we live in the sewer. We tend to get hassled a lot up topside, so we stick down here.
You should just come live in my neighborhood. They don't bother me, and I look like a freak too.
I'm sure, but it's just safer this way.
No, honey, you live in a bad neighborhood anyways.
Benny, could you describe the smell of the sewer as we travel through it?
Sure. Give me 1 second. I have the perfect reference.
It's poo gas. What else do you need to know?
Links me the poo gas thing again.
Let's see. It's like a mix of I would say like rotting garbage, human feces, animal feces, and like gefilte fish.
Good thing I wore a dark suit today. I roll up my sleeves.
It doesn't smell like the death of our hopes and dreams?
I warn everyone about my friends. They're kind of similar to me, but just try not to stare and be as nice as you can. They're not used to your type down here.
Somebody gonna jump out and yell "Cowabunga" at me?
I mean, Fred might. He does like the Ninja Turtles.
Vectroid, Glitched, and Thoraxia make fortitude saves.
Not me. This is my bread and butter.
Fortitude. Time to see my shit roll, probably. Here we go.
Alright.
Yeah, every fucking time.
The glitch feels woozy and decides to take a seat. Thoraxia inhales deeply,
Smells
and
good.
Vectroid throws up over the side of the boat. Would you like to go right, left, or straight ahead?
To vomit?
What?
Hmm?
Yeah, to vomit?
Oh no, just to continue on the boat. Iguana's the one making the directions, so.
Well, I mean, I know where I'm going, so right.
Charles, do you need a towelette?
Huh.
I try to have it pretty steady so it doesn't splash up on anyone. The sewer water.
Ignore my
Make
rolls. I'm
a-
just trying something real quick.
Should I make a vehicle check?
Yes, please.
Finally! I hope it's a 1. Oh my god, it was a 1!
I rolled 2 fucking 1s in a row. Jesus.
Everyone gets splashed.
Oh,
I
God.
tried.
I already showered once this week. Come on, Iguana.
I'm sorry, it's everyone's getting home from work. There's a lot of turbulence.
Turd.
Vomits again.
Minted.
That's that good shit.
If we don't get famous off this, I don't understand.
Sorry.
That was a perfect pun.
Thank you.
Okay, you are now in the part of the sewer I affectionately call Sewer 2.
I like it.
Are you moving up
I
behind
am
the sewers?
outwardly upset.
At sewer 2?
No one can tell
I-
because you wear a mask.
Well, that's why I proclaim that I am outwardly upset.
Oh,
So,
Ben,
upset.
can you switch us to the right map?
Oh yeah, sorry, I switched myself and forgot to switch you guys.
You're all good. No worries.
Oh my gosh, you guys are already in Sewer 1 and I didn't realize that I already...
It's
Alright.
okay.
Well, here's Sewer 1, just for the record. And here's where you are now.
Wowza.
I wondered why you guys weren't moving your minis.
Who planned this sewer?
Drunk people.
It was me.
Crab people. Crab people.
Crab people.
There's John.
This thing's so weird. Where did they all go?
It's like how it
Alright.
moved everybody, but with like a slight lag.
Yeah, that was weird. Alright, so you guys all appear. Which way do you go, Iguana?
I take a... Well, yeah, from me, it's going to be a right. The first, and then we go down here.
Make a vehicle check.
I hope I don't roll a 1 again.
A large wave. Yeah, so you break over a large wave of sludge. And then, I'm sorry, which way did you say you'd go again?
I said over here.
Okay. You go, and the boat becomes too wide for the passage, so the rest of the way you have to walk. Thankfully, there's a nice stone path that someone has made. It looks like it's put together with not stone, if you look closer, but actually metal.
Spooky.
In the mud.
It's above the mud, so it's like a nice bridge that someone made.
Okay. So I lead everyone down the way.
But it looks like the weird thing about it is it looks like it was like all one piece. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
No, I'm saying.
I mean,
All right. You guys arrive. This is all I drew so far for this. Morgan, you'll have to change it when you'd like.
How would I change it?
Just tell me like what you want in it. But I figured it'd be like one of those big open things, like where Gorilla Grodd lives.
Yeah. So right here, there's a couch.
Right where? Okay. Yeah, just go ahead, fill it out.
And then there's a TV set with a bunch of VHS tapes on it.
Nice.
There's a number of like makeshift bunk beds over here.
So you have electricity then?
Yeah, you see like wires, some of them kind of sparking, leading down from the ceiling.
Oh, exciting. I like the decor.
This is a kind of oddly tiled area. The rest of the place isn't tiled, just this area right down here. And it has like a sink, and it has an old wood stove, and an anvil. And then there's a 1987 Chevy right here.
Perfect.
All right. Do you want me to describe people too, or not?
Yes, go for it.
All right. So, in the kitchen area, there's a guy without a shirt. He has these like giant red pustules all over his back, and he's over the anvil right now. Sitting on the couch, there's a guy that you see metal just kind of jutting out of him in odd directions. Pizza, some tables, yeah, exactly. He's sitting on the couch and he's watching something on a TV. You can kind of hear the slight intro to Sailor Moon playing. There's like you look at the bunks, and in the bunks there's like just kind of a mass of flesh there, just hanging there, and on top of the Chevy with like mechanical spider-like legs is this orb of a person held in place by a harness with just a giant face. How does everyone react, Bob?
I'm dignified, so I contain myself, but I'm grossed out.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about my roommates.
Oh, Todd.
How does like Mariel and Bob
Same.
and Steve act?
Oh, same thing. They hold it in, but they're grossed out by the rest of us, except for you.
Steve's pustules just burst on his back.
Steve looks up, and then you hear like him. You hear that the telltale sign of his of something changing subdermally, and something squeezes out, runs down his back, and starts burning into the floor. And he's just like, "Oh, dang it!"
I go to the sink and get a bucket to put it out. So I'll drag my person there. Keep going. I'm sorry.
The flesh is not doing anything. The metalman is he just turns the TV up higher when you guys walk in, and the giant head in the spider jumps down and runs to Iguana.
Okay. I say, hey, any news?
She's like, no, I keep forgetting I'm actually supposed to be these people. She's like, no, I haven't heard anything yet.
Did you remember what happened? Like, who might have came in?
It's like, I've never seen them before. They were wearing masks. I would ask, what's the last girl's name?
Mariel?
Yeah, I would ask her, but, you know.
Yeah. I'll walk over to the bunk beds and then, like, console her. As everyone's just standing awkwardly at the entrance.
Oh, where's my mans? I don't even see him.
Where's your man?
You gotta put him on there.
How do I still don't remember how to do that.
I did it for you.
Thanks.
Whose man's is this? But more importantly, whose man's is I?
So I hear loud anime blaring from this TV over here, and that sounds pretty cool. So I'm gonna go and I don't know, schmooze.
Good. So which one's that, Mario?
Yeah. The metal guy?
Okay.
Metal guy Mario.
Martalic.
Oh, I also take off my my suit jacket because it's smeared with poo and sludge.
Ooh. And vomit.
Yeah, and a little bit of my own vomit. Poo
He
and
sees your jacket and
sludge.
he sees your jacket and kind of seems to like giggle to himself and continues watching Sailor Moon.
I'm going to assume my character knows what Sailor Moon is, and I'm also going to say that he would enjoy that. And I ask if I can watch Sailor Moon with the mutant man.
He's just like looks
And
at
ask-
Iguana.
I also ask him what his name is. If he says yes, I introduce myself and ask him his name.
Hold on, I'm pulling up the picture for him. Warlock X. He looks like this, but with more flesh.
Please be a Phyrexian. Please be a Phyrexian. Please be a Phyrexian.
Sorry, Phyrexians scare me, so no.
Phyrexians are cool. Please be a Mirrodin. Please be Mirrodin.
Dude, I wish I thought of that.
I just refer to all people with integrated metal bits as Phyrexians and Mirrodins, so don't.
Also, I hate Phyrexians because they killed the Mirrodins.
I love the Phyrexians because they have superior technology.
Because they're big wiener butts.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
This is what his looks like up close. He's like, name's Mario. And I guess if you're not too obnoxious, you can sit with me.
I drape my coat, or I drape my jacket over the back of the couch.
He's like, come on, man, that's where I sleep.
Oh, you raising the
On the
bar?
back of the couch?
No.
That's
He's like, here. And then he just starts pulling stuff out of his leg. The metal just keeps coming, and he makes a perfect coat rack and hangs and puts it next to you.
I'm sickened but curious.
He's like, there, hanging up on this.
Fascinating. That's sterile, ain't it?
He's like, what? My metal ain't good enough for your po shit covered fucking jacket.
Got him.
I like this guy already, and I'll humor him and hang my coat up on his fleshy leg metal jacket coat hanger thing.
Yeah, that's right.
It is right.
You fucking better.
And he's like, oh, and buys the ways. He just turns into that guy from Futurama. Knows guises and gals. By the ways, you only watch the subs.
Cut out.
Instant appreciation for this man. He's a man of true culture.
He's like, I'm a simple man. I like beer, football, and subbed anime over dubbed anime.
What if I stick it?
Finally.
it better portrays what I think that the original creator wanted. You know, I mean, of course, there's some lag in translation. There's some stuff lost because we're not native speakers and all that. But what we do get is the original voice actors as envisioned by the creator and his creative team.
Exactly.
He's like, "You got smokes?"
One guy smokes. This guy. I hand him a cigarette.
He's like, "Yeah." He strikes his two pieces of metal together and makes a spark to light a cigarette.
I just kind of like angrily glare at Mario.
He's like, "What? So be careful. It's not that much methane down here."
What could possibly go wrong?
He's like, "Okay, but Steve literally shoots lava out of his back."
You guys also have a wood stove.
Just don't know what we use that for.
To ignite the remaining poo gas, so there's not as much poo gas.
Exactly.
Blow the feds to smithereens. And then Steve, after he says, Steve's literally got lava coming out of his back. Steve looks hurt.
Oh, sorry, Steve. Hey, Iguana, I like this guy.
Like,
sorry, go ahead.
no, you're fine.
I was gonna
say.
She just kind of keeps tending to Mario. She seems like she's kind of in a trance. That's it. I'm sorry.
Okay, no. And he's just like, "Oh, this guy's not too bad. Gives me a smokes.
He likes my subs.
Likes my subs over dubs. Uses my coat rack that I made painstakingly." Here's Steve.
Oh shit. Mega torque hole?
Camerupt.
Camerupt? Sorry. Torque hole's a
Dude,
torque
I
hole?
wish. Is there a mega torque?
Probably not. I wish. Torque hole's great.
I love Torkoal so much, but yeah, there's not an official Mega Torkoal. Would be my boy.
I figure while we're down here, I could use someone with better senses. So, partway into watching Sailor Moon with Metal Man, I let Echo Jams out.
And Charles is like, he's like, "Charles, is the subbed or dubbed?"
Oh my god.
Echo, come on, you know I'll only watch subs.
It's like, "Excellent.
Men of
I can
true
read.
taste.
I can read much quicker." What's the lady with the big head's name?
It is Stephanie.
Or was it a guy? Stephanie?
It's Stephanie now. It was a guy, but it's now Stephanie, so.
Alright, I'm uploading Stephanie's picture. That's her.
Yes! Yes! It's exactly as I envisioned.
Isn't that one of the Green Lantern guys?
Yeah, it's Hector Hammond.
That's it.
He's a big wee.
Oh no.
Do you like him?
No.
Okay. Good talk. Oh, I should have picked this one. It's just a picture of Hector Hammond. It says even a monster like Hector Hammond is allowed to dream. Well, more accurately, I should have picked MODOK.
Mm-hmm.
But I like
That's what I
Hector
was
Hammond
thinking.
better than I like MODOK.
I was thinking of that the whole time.
Oh, you know who else would have been a good choice? The leader
Maybe or
from the Hulk.
underrated.
Underrated. Okie dokie. And then I'm not even sure what to do for.
I know what to do.
Okay, you do that one. All right. What does Theraxia do?
Rex is to wash off the sludge from their boots for the costume. She's like, these boots are gonna smell like sewer all year.
Oh,
Um,
Benny, I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
Okay. Steve is like keeps glancing over at you nervously and trying to smile.
Steve has the puzzles, right? No, Steve is
Yeah.
lava.
Steve, he both.
Plus his lava.
His body produces lava subdermally and explodes out of his body.
I'm gonna tell him I have some deep facial cream that might, well, probably not, really wouldn't help you, but it works great.
He's
Just bragging that you have the...
He's like, really? And he like looks at you, and then like as he makes eye contact, like more pustules form on his face as he gets nervous and starts exploding.
Let me see if I have it right here. Yeah, it comes in this little glass tubes right here, but it has all that nanoplastic. It gets in the water and kills all the fish. So you gotta be careful when you use it.
He's just like, I would burn the plastic.
Pretty Burns like, she's like, you guys have a scrub brush? This soap isn't coming off my boots.
He's like, I might. He walks over to another place and starts looking for a scrub brush. What's the glitch do?
The glitch is gonna go see what's happening with Iguana and her other friend.
So no one's gonna talk to the lady on the car.
I mean, I could talk to the lady on the car. She's
But
just
you would
a
rather
large head in a
Spider Mech.
with spider neck, right? You're like, oh, how are you powering that thing?
She's just like, with my mind.
That's cool as fuck.
She's like, Iguana built it for me.
Iguana can build stuff? You learn something new about your friends every day, I swear. I didn't even know she could drive.
You're a friend of Iguana? Oh, she's the best driver that I've ever seen. You know, she actually, and then I imagine Iguana,
Yeah, she shoots her a glance.
and then she's just like, sorry.
She can't talk about her drag racing days, right? I get it. Your secret's safe with me.
Thanks. She's like confused that you know about it.
Drag racing?
No. She's wouldn't be confused that you're okay with. I know what drag racing is, but
Doesn't know what drag racing is.
I would be, though. I'm impressed.
That I know what drag racing is?
Yeah.
Is that what your actual secret was, that you were a drag racer?
No.
Okay. Because I was totally not expecting it to actually be that.
yeah, she's like, all right.
This is okay.
So, what's going on here? Why Iguana says that somebody went missing? Somebody broke in?
Oh yes, our other friend. What was her name again? I'm sorry.
Terry.
Terry. she's blessed with a great power, but I can't. It's some people stole her, kidnapped her to try and abuse that power.
Well, that's just plain shitty. What
It's
was
like
the
they don't even
power?
see her as a person. What
Honey,
would you
if
say? I'm
anyone's
sorry.
here is not a person, it's me, let me tell you.
She's
At
like,
this
no,
point,
don't
my
say
blood is
that.
like 80% caffeine.
She's like, one, that's not possible. And two, she's like, and two, don't say that about yourself.
I'm just joshing you. Don't worry about it.
She's like, oh, so sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Trust me. Anyway, what's your friend's power here? What's the big deal?
This is our home.
No, I mean, like, why would they take her? Obviously, it's a problem that they
Oh,
took her.
what's her power? She's like, sorry, all this head, and she's like, only tiny little ears. She's like, she can see every spectrum. She sees things that we can't.
Like, color-wise?
More than just colors.
That sounds really confusing.
Yes, she's very special.
Well, we better track her down. Any information on the culprits here?
On the culprit, like I said, I've never seen them before, but I don't know.
All right. Well,
She looks very distressed.
I'm gonna go check with Iguana.
I return.
We'll come back to this later. Take your time. Don't hurt that big head of yours.
She's like, thanks.
But you're so good at talking to people.
Which is weird because you're the one who's got all the presents. I just have all the awareness and intellect.
Okay, and iguana.
All right. So I've been conversing with who's on here? I forget.
Muriel.
Muriel, like telepathically.
Yeah.
Okay. I ask her what she remembers and all that. Just trying to get some information. What the people looked like. What were their masks like?
They all wore masks of a shark.
Shark. Oh man, that must mean. What does that mean?
I was hoping that you would say street sharks.
It's the street sharks, the sewer street sharks. Too many S's. The sewer street sharks, street sewer sharks. All right.
Yes. She's like, that's what it. Yes.
That
That's
means
what it means.
they must have her at their base,
I would think so.
which is. Did she look into their mind to help me out?
She's like embarrassed. She's like, they came in and hit me over and over again. They must have had a psychic with them.
We'll just have to do some old-fashioned detective work then.
Sorry.
No, we'll get our revenge. They can't just walk in here like they own the place.
And she's like, yeah.
Can't mess with us. All right.
Honor.
I give her a pat on the head and then say, like, we have to get out. We have to go out and, I don't know, and look for them.
Hey, Iguana.
Yes?
Does the electric run all through this place, or is it just limited to this little humble abode you got going on?
You mean through the sewers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain areas that's just under a layer of concrete.
Alright, okay, I can work with that. If you want, I can do some reconnaissance.
Yeah.
Probably move a little bit faster than you guys at the speed of lightning and whatnot.
Yeah. Do it. I don't know where to start looking, but I'm sure if they have a base around here, they'd probably have a similar hookup that we have.
Do we have any idea which way they went at all?
Can I do a whatchamacallit?
I need a little bit more to work on.
That one skill?
Awareness?
Yeah.
Sure. You do not know.
Alright. Was there any, like, rumors or anything of going on, or, because, like, I thought I made deals with them before.
Yeah, no, you've definitely even helped them on a couple of cases. And by cases, I mean like with chop shops and stuff, they've used your expertise.
Do we have, like, a meetup spot we normally go to start these endeavors?
Sorry, what was that?
Do we have, like, a meetup spot that we normally go to talk about this stuff, or we go to team up?
There's another similar circle like that they use as a base when they use the sewers to move around.
Alright. But they're not normally in the sewers?
Not all the time. They have, well, there's two different like things of them. They're the street sharks and then they're the sewer sharks. And together they make up the gang, the sharks.
Oh, alright. So I guess that'd be a good place to start. The sharks.
Like, by land. Their thing is like by land, by sea. They're like, but not really by sea. More like
By sewer.
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess I can just look for big surges of electrical usage down here. And we'll see if we can flush out the sewer ones.
Sounds good. We'll go the other way by the canals, I'll call them, to meet you up there.
Alrighty, I'll catch you guys soon. Benny, what kind of roll you want me to make for this?
Well, it's within your power, right? So it would be an awareness roll to try and find someone. You want to spend a few more minutes and continue trying? Because you definitely did not find anyone.
Yeah. You want me to roll again or just take 20?
I'll have you roll one more time. Yes, you do find them this time. You think that they are most likely you can tell that they've gone down this way.
Down this way?
Yeah, that way.
Okay. So I'm gonna do the electrical lines travel that far?
They travel up into another oh shoot. My thing just kicked me out. They travel up into what looks like almost like a metal door. which locks you out.
Even though I can go through the electrical lines in the walls.
Right. Yeah, the electrical lines stop right there.
Oh, the lines stop right there.
It seems that whatever's beyond here has its own power source. Okay, but before we go any further, what's Thoraxia doing?
I'm all clean, so I'm gonna leave Pustule Man and hop back in the boat.
Stop drawing poo gas.
Oh no, my poo gas. There it is.
Okay, Vectroid, what are you doing?
Well, they're all leaving, so I get up and I ask what's the possibility of getting this coat cleaned? I ask my new buddy semi-seriously.
Iguana or Mario?
Metal Man before I
Mario. Metal Mario.
He's just like, how is I supposed to cleanse that?
Hey man, I don't know. You're the one living in the sewer. I thought I'd ask.
He's just like, yeah, you know what the trick is? Don't puke on yourself.
Ah, salty bastard.
Hey. Alright, I'll see you later. Tell your stand I said hey.
Master Charles, I don't get it.
So I imagine that you guys had a whole conversation, and then he's just like, what?
So you have a stand? Yeah.
That's fucking dope.
I take my gross coat, and Echo and I wave goodbye.
He's like, okay, see you later.
Oh, long shot, but I leave him with a scrap of paper with my number in case he wants to watch anime.
He's just like, dope. Iguana will never watch it with me.
I'm watching Power Rangers.
It's like, yeah, but it's not the same. He like starts to go into how they're completely different genres.
I'm not having this fight with you again!
It's not a fight if I'm already right.
I'm just leaving a huff.
I do.
He's like,
I
you know
do
she's
a-
wrong, right?
Yeah, of course. Come on. I do a cool guy walking away wave, and so does Echo.
Mario's just like, nice. All right.
We get back to the car, and I'm just like, they're both from Japan. They're the same thing.
What does the Vectroid say to that?
Not every piece of Japanese art is the same. Okay, you get a different enjoyment out of watching anime than you do getting it out of Sentai. Right? Fools. You just don't understand.
And you get a way different enjoyment out of hentai. I say as I pop back through the electric.
And then it gets really awkward.
And let's call the game there tonight. So you brought up hentai. No, we'll go a little bit further. So, what's your face? Glitch.
Yes, that's my face.
Do you lead them?
Oh yes, I spill all of the beans. The beans have been spilled, my friend.
I can't believe you drag raced Iguana.
I never drag raced.
You should take me with you sometime.
I can't believe you won't watch subbed anime, Iguana.
I don't like reading when I'm watching. It distracts from like the visuals. You miss so much.
Uncultured. I bet you like watching dubs. Disgusting.
Lets you take in the art. Come on.
I also imagine that when Brittany's like, "You should let me come to your drag race," she thinks it's like RuPaul's Drag Race.
Like Fast and Furious with like cool people.
No.
Exactly like that. That's what RuPaul's Drag Race is. Fast and the Furious.
It's basically it's Fast and the Furious for everyone that's not like a straight guy.
Ooh.
For everyone that's not a Chad.
So
If you like that movie, I'm sorry, I've never seen it. So just from what I've heard, and also the fact that there's like 9 of them.
it's the
I also don't really like cars, so
you gotta watch Death Race 2. That's a good
that sounds
movie.
rad.
Do you know the premise of Death Race?
Is it like Marathon Man?
I don't know what that is.
More like gamer.
It's an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
Wait, is that the one where he's in like the fight
The
thing?
game show.
Yeah, he's gotta kill people.
Yeah, he's in the game show, and then everyone thinks it's like not real, and then everyone dies at the end.
Yeah, but it's not self-aware. So it's like that, except for everyone knows it's real.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, and it's just I like it. It's really campy. I don't know if it was meant to be, but it's good. It's good.
That's the best kind. It's like when The Room came out, and everyone was just like, "This movie's terrible, but it's really funny." And then like it gained popularity as not a drama, but a
Comedy.
comedy. And then he's like, "It was my plan all along," and everyone's like, "Tommy."
No. Tommy,
No.
no. Not Tommy was so.
Tommy, no. Tommy, what? No.
Got him.
Classic.
That's so Tommy.
Okay, so you get led to a metal door.
I'm like, and this is where the electrical trail stops. So we just gotta get through this little bit and see what's on the other side, right, guys?
I don't know what you said.
Sorry, Glitch. I'm having a hard time understanding you.
We're going to have to go through the door and find out what's there.
Yes.
That is
There we
true.
go. Now you can keep up. Come on now.
All right. Let's do it.
All right. Are you ready?
We bust down the door.
The door is locked.
The
Bastard.
busts back.
The door busts back.
Where all my little bust is at.
Here's a little something for you busters.
Mr. the Cobra. What's a buster?
And that's where we keep going, or are we saving it for next time?
The door's locked, and I'm gonna call up there.
All right.
Did you guys enjoy the game a little bit tonight? It wasn't terrible.
Swag.
Pretty good. I like you set everybody up so the characters for the characters to talk to.
I didn't do that on purpose, but it worked out.
What?
Really?
What do you say? I'm having a hard time hearing.
No, like honestly, I didn't hear what you said. Like I wanted to.
My mom is calling me.
How about now?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! If only it was like that the whole episode.
Oh, I'm sorry. Our microphone was turned away from us for some reason.
What'd you say about the characters?
Well, because there were 3 characters, and there were 3 characters, and there's 3 of us because Iguana was talking to the other person. I guess it was 4 for 4, and that made it really easy to divide up the conversation.
Yeah, it was good. Morgan and I wrote those characters
Yeah,
the other day. Well, Morgan wrote most of them, but I came up with Steve.
I like Steve.
Cause I was at work and then, or maybe I wasn't at work. I was somewhere. I hadn't checked my phone.
Somewhere, man.
I hadn't checked my phone in a while, and then I looked down at my phone and finally checked it, and it was like all these texts from Morgan that was just like, Morgan was like, let's make up NPCs. And it was like a pause, and he's like, I'll go first.
And then I just spat out 3 of them. I was like, all right, we're doing this.
And then I was like, she was like, okay, like think of another one. And I'm just like, all right, lava zits. And she's like, I like where your head's at.
It was good.
Lava zits. Yeah, it's a good power. Because I almost made it like I almost made like basically Sven.
Sven. Oh my god, I forgot he existed. Or
Who's
I guess he
Sven?
didn't really.
Lord Poopy Butt.
Yeah, Lord Poofy Butt.
Don't know who that is.
It was from a game that we played where Sven was like a recurring character who was a boil mutant. So he had mutants that were covered in acid. And
Oh, okay.
one of the characters lied to him and did a really good bluff check and told him that he was a lord and his lord name was Poofy Butt.
Oh.
No, so actually I remember exactly what happened. What had happened was he walked in and we had to like enter somewhere, and he was just like, he made the bluff check. He's like, I'm a lord. And then Swirly was like, what's his lord? What should his lord name be? And I was like looking at my character sheet, and didn't even look up. I'm like, Poopy Butt, like as a joke. And then he's just like, all right, that's his name now. And I'm like, no, let's come up with a real one. He's like, he looks at me and he's like, too late.
Ooh.
So he became Lord Poopy Butt. But
Excellent.
I'm pretty sure that Meg actually made him a lord.
Yep. I think.
Meg
Yeah.
made like everyone a lord except me. 'Cause she did not like me.
Oh.
That's because you were a good character. It was Madness Evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you get for playing a good character in a game with Meg.
Also,
Meg's
I murdered her son.
Wow.
I
That
mean,
didn't help, I'm sure.
if it's a
Well,
son of
he
Meg,
was trying
you're
to.
probably... Huh? Oh,
Sorry,
if
what were
it's
you
a
saying, John?
If it's a son of Meg's, they're probably unforgivably evil or
Correct.
some person.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So he was a half lizard man born of an evil elder god, and an evil wizard that Ian played.
Huh.
And I was
This goes
like,
deeper than I thought.
she's like, she's like, I'm going to raise him. And I was like, all right. And then at the end of the game, he's like, I'm going to summon the elder gods. And I was just like, my character, who hadn't killed anyone in his right mind throughout the entire game, like walked up and everyone just like wrote him off. I just walked up and just murdered him, just smashed him into like jelly. And actually, I don't think it was that brutal. I think I made it like really quick and painless. I believe I just snapped his neck, and then
Yeah, that was the game with Kordagoth in it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I snapped his neck and just looked at Meg, and Meg was just like furious, and I just like threw down my weapon and walked out.
I'm out.
And then after that, Kordagoth, because of the Warriors Code, I had taken an oath never to kill. So, but I couldn't like remove my mask without having lost in a fight. So I fought Kordagoth on top of the mountain where we met, Kordagoth's mountain, and he beat me and ripped my mask off, and I retired to a family life.
Dang.
Kordagoth over the mountain. Oh, I added
That was
a little.
such a good game.
I added an Easter egg from that game into my game, where a small sect of people worship Kordagoth, but they don't know his name.
That's
just
awesome.
They just call him the god of the mountain.
I heard the guy on the mountain was so strong that one time he just punched molten metal and then got metal fists and was like, I don't even care. This is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Is that the origination of DiGiorno, or?
No, that's just an Easter egg.
That was from
A game I
that was
played.
from one of Zach's old games.
Oh shit.
That was from like back in the day. Fucking DiGiorno was the best character in our party. We put all of our treasure in his giant rib cage.
Then he is
Whenever we went into combat, we had him fucking whoop up on people with his giant fucking pizza paddle. And when I say giant, I mean DiGiorno was a giant. DiGiorno was
Size large pizza paddle.
What level were we in that game, John?
I think we were leveled enough to start multi-classing, so I assumed we were like 6 or 7 maybe.
I remember I had like a grotesque see, and then somebody killed us with a dragon, and that was like the end of the game. That's all I remember about now.
Oh no, that was Dave's game. I remember why we died, because his fucking dragon thing was stupid and impossible. He put us on a fucking exitless cylindrical platform surrounded by lava and had us fight a fucking dragon, and we're like, our party's a bard, a guy who's weak to fire, and then like 2 other people who are bad.
Oh no.
Who else was in our party? No, Will was in our party at the time, and that character was that was the cat in Zach's
Will
game.
was mad.
Well, I can imagine.
You were mad.
I don't like when Will gets mad.
I think it's Evelyn now, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Oop. My bad. Yeah, I saw that shit. Dang.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't know. My bad.
No, dog. It's sure she don't care. It's relatively new. Dang.
I mean, I don't really go on Facebook that often.
That sucks.
I imagine
you should.
that's... Yeah.
I go on Facebook to shit post.
Every
Yeah,
day.
I do genuinely enjoy John's posts on Facebook.
I shit post almost daily, multiple times a day. It's great, and it lets out all the mental hoo-ha.
All the memes.
Yeah, all the memes that clutter up my brain.
All your bottled up memes.
Can't bottle up the memes that long, John.
It's
They're
unhealthy.
not meant to be bottled up.
That's why some of my shit posts are bigger than others. I need regular shit post movements.
Gross.
You guys liking these poopy analogies? Haha.
They're pretty terrible.
You don't mean that. You like my poopy jokes.
Think what you.
Take it back. In other news, John, who did you play?
Oh, who did I play? I played a guy named after a fashion brand I later found, because I wanted to name him Montgomery because I wanted him to be fancy. And then I was like,
Montgomery Ward, right?
I played Montgomery Ward, only to find out later that Montgomery Ward's a fashion line. And I'm just like, that's still fine. I was pretty fancy. But I played a luck-based rogue or something like that, or maybe a bard. I don't remember. Some luck-based dexterity class, and I invested in so many luck feats and the luck-based prestige class.
Oh, that's what I was gonna do in Dewey's game, but Dewey's game ended. Because I was a luck-based cleric.
And Dave did the bad decision of giving me the Rod of Ropes, which is the best fucking item in 3.5.
The Rod of Ropes?
The Rod of Ropes. You can fucking extend 100 feet of rope in 10 seconds.
One of my characters just found one.
I use that thing for almost anything. If I don't want to be in combat, I rod a ropes to the ceiling. If I need to rescue my friends, I rod of rope them, and the rope is sturdy and hooks onto stuff real easy.
What was I gonna? Okay, so I might have told you guys this, but I was playing in a guy that I used to play D&D with, but like we have conflicting schedules, so we don't see each other that much. And he used to work at CVS with me, but he recently left. So like I haven't seen him in a while, but I recently got like Wednesdays off, so I was just like, "Hey man, you mind if I stop by your game?" And he's like, "Oh, for sure, dude, that'd be awesome." I was like, "Dope, okay, cool." So I show up, and then he's like, "Here's your character. Everyone else is like a way higher level." He's like, "You're a level 1 wizard, who's an NPC. You're the son of the guy who runs the cult." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." And I'm like, I'm going to play this up as hard as possible. So I keep saying like, I'm like, "How dare you insult our church?" And then he's just like, "No, like you're aware it's a cult." And I'm like, "No, it's a church."
Got him.
And then the rest of the everyone else, like the whole premise was like it's the arcana, or it's the tarot cards, like all of them, not just the major arcana, hold a different magical power when invoked. And so like there's one guy that has like all the cauldrons, and he has all like this magic that's based around using like kettles and pots and stuff. Like he can travel through pots and all this crazy stuff.
Huh.
He has won the 5 of cauldrons, where you really just get hit with like your head, arms, or your head, hands, and feet get covered in pots, and you can't do anything until he releases you, or you make a strength check to break out of it.
I like that.
It's really cool. But like, so mine was, I'm like, "Do I have one?" And he's like, "No, I haven't given Ezrin one." And I was like, "Can I look through the stack and pick one that I like?" So like my dad in the thing is like the most powerful fire mage in history. So I found this one of a guy. It's the 3 of Wands, and he just has a quarterstaff, and his robe is on fire, and his dad's just there's this old man in the background just looking disappointed in him, and I'm like, "This one." And so I'm like, "What power does it give me?" And he's just like, "Well, you were originally a universalist," but I'm like, "No, I switched to evocation because I want to be like my dad." And it's just like, "God damn it!" All right, so
Just like
you get arcane bond with your quarterstaff, and I'm like, he's like, "But extended," so like literally the quarterstaff can go anywhere, and you can control it. So I'm just like, excellent. So I just spent the rest of the time just messing with him using the quarterstaff any way I could. Because I'm like, "Hey, if it's mine, like it's my only power." So like there's a part where we were fighting. Oh yeah, the guy that had all the cauldrons' name is Jack Glick, and he runs a bar called Jack's Bar, and we go there and we're looking for Jack Glick, and he's like, "Jack's not here." And then someone's just like, "But isn't this?" It's just the drunk at the bar was just like, "But you're Jack." And he's like, "You know what, Larry? Pay your tab now." But he's just like, so there's a point where he's flying away by like walking on pots as the pots are flying, and then I was just like, "I got an idea." So I get the barbarian to throw the stick, or I threw the stick, and then I'm like, I'm like, I control the stick to go super far, and then I grab onto it like a broomstick, and I'm like, "Ah!" and just run forward, and I actually reach him while he's flying away. But like, yeah, anytime I can, because the only spells I had were like magic missile, burning hands, and ray of frost.
Those are good.
What level was everybody else against
They
you,
were
a
like
level 1 wizard?
4 to 5.
Jesus.
But I was supposed to be like a screw up, and my dad stuck me with the party so that I would like, learn some stuff. And we had to fight like these giant clockwork dragons, and apparently a bunch of the other party members had died to one earlier. and he was. They were like, "Oh shit!" And then my dad comes in, and he just grabs one and just burns it to like just molten metal. And he's like, "Go, I'll handle it." And I'm just like, "My dad's so cool. Good thing I'm here. Good thing I'm here, or else he probably wouldn't have come to save you guys." And then he's just like, "Son, I hate you." And I'm just like, "I love you too, Dad." I basically rehashed Swirly's character from John's campaign.
Oh man.
I still talk to Melissa, and she was just like, "I'm glad we became friends, even though I hate your dad."
Still one of my favorite characters is Melissa's buff wolf man thing who liked muscly ladies.
Other way around.
Other way around? Still fun.
Yeah. She was a shifter who was like part wolf that liked muscle men more than anything.
And was just, how big are his muscles? He's very muscular. Ooh yeah.
And then I was just like, Swirly's character is is like trying to manipulate my character, but does it count as manipulating when I just agree with everything you say? He's like, "Go attack that guy," and I'm like, "I don't know, he seems pretty good." And he's like, "Oh no, he's evil." I'm like, "Whatever you say, new friend."
While we're on the subject of D&D things, I should try and make that wrestler and look up how
Yes.
wrestling works in 5th edition.
You gonna wrestle?
3.5.
Fifth. You gonna wrestle?
Swirly is your Xeria games 5th ed, right?
Yep.
That was so loud.
Just trying to make sure you aren't trying to pull a bunch of 3.5 nonsense, and then I have to look up like 10 different fucking splat books about wrestling.
Excellent.
Yeah, they
Oh
actually
man.
have a class called the Macho Man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Bonesaw's got you for 3 whole minutes. Yeah, what do you guys think about Cab being my name?
I like. Well, what are you?
I'm a
I know
monk.
you're. Well,
I'm a human
Drunk.
monk.
Drunk monk.
drunk.
I'm
monk.
drunk monk.
I like that.
No, kitty, stay here. Your cat's like, "You pet me too much. I want to leave now." Okay, I held her hostage for a couple of minutes, and then she got mad and left.
I'm trying my hardest not to make like a goofy sounding, very jokey orc name like Chungo or something like that.
Chungo.
Garangus or something.
No, I love Chungo.
Chungo Garangus is the name of my new album.
I'm in a band called Chungo Grips.
Chungo
Oh,
Grips.
cool. Can I be in the band?
Yeah, you can play the Springus.
In case you're wondering, the Springus is that thing in old houses on the door when you swing it open, and it like stops the door from hitting the wall.
It's a good instrument.
That's what I play. What I do. Our next guest is the inventor of the ShamWow. Oh, looks like he won't be with us. It's gonna kill some time. I'm in a new band called Kuwait Grips.
So, does everyone actually have to have the prisoner backstory, Brandon?
No, I mean,
Or
not the
criminal?
actual mechanical version.
Oh, okay.
Your story's backstory has to be that you are a criminal because you're being exiled. It could be for anything, even a minor offense such as loitering or drunken disorderly in public.
Yeah.
Drunken loitering in public.
Yeah.
All right.
BWI, but it was on a horse.
What was that? You gotta.
Driving a rickshaw while under the influence.
Oh no.
Your cart was going 5 horsepower over the horsepower limit. Legal use of flying brooms and tensor floating discs.
Oh yeah, did you hear that like Mordekainers or whatever it is?
Huh. I got a cool item from my roll. Hooray.
Nice.
Chungus. So what? We got a monk.
Chungo.
We got a warlock. We got. What are you playing, John?
True unlucky.
I'm playing an orc fighter, but I'm gonna be some sort of gladiator wrestler man.
Okay. All right. So we got some fighting people. It sounds like I'm gonna be a warlock. So there's that.
Okay, good. Return of Chompy.
I'm a goblin.
Oh, but you were my little sorcerer friend.
Was Chompy a sorcerer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't even remember.
I thought.
That was John's game from way back when.
Yeah, Chompy lived inside my armor.
When I was but a child.
I
37 years ago.
Do you remember? Morgan's like, my AC's shit. And I'm like, my AC's great. You should hide inside my armor. And then Morgan's like, that's a great idea. And then we look at John, and John's like, I'll allow it, I guess.
I'm pretty forgiving, you know.
Wasn't that also the wait? Who was that one guy?
Zach.
Yeah, you knew exactly. You tried dropping a porpoise on someone?
Oh, that's when I stopped allowing the fucking wand of celestial porpoise, because it's gotta be something you can actually summon.
I'm telling you.
More than just that. He did all kinds of weird stuff that we would go home and look it up and be like, hey, he totally can't do that.
Yeah, I remember talking to you about that. I was like, it has to be on a space on the ground, so...
Morgan, you weren't in that evil campaign, were you?
What? Which one?
It was run by Zach, and it was...
Oh, no. I refuse to play any game with him after yours.
That's fair, too. After we played that evil game, I refused to play any games with Dave. Because Dave decided to be a swashbuckler, but he combined both of the different swashbuckler variants and only picked all the good stuff.
Yeah, I didn't like playing with Dave either.
Yeah.
I played a game where Will was DMing, and it was 3-5, and it was hard, because, like, he was like, I'm a muscle wizard, and I'm like, okay. I was like, alright, now I'm going to cast a quicken maximize 13th level magic missile. I'm like, you're level 1, so you can't. And he was like, what do you mean? This just makes it a higher level. Like, no. It makes it a higher spell slot that you don't have.
Don't fucking work like that. Oh, man. I missed that.
I remember he stole it. Remember how my character was just like, my thing is shields. And it was just like, he's like, that's cool. It'd be a shame if someone were to have a roll-off for that loot. And I was like, but I need it for my character, and he just rolls at 100 on a D100. Like, looks like I get to keep the tower shield. I'm like, you can't even.
You gotta be a dick.
I liked your shield knight, by the way.
Did you, Aegis?
Every time I designed like funky shields, I'm just like, I wonder if Benny's gonna like this shield that shoots toxic grenades.
Doesn't get to use it.
Yes.
Doesn't get to use it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to use it anyway because I'm a knight.
I was about to ask Morgan if the game you were referencing was that Elder Scrolls game we played in, but then
Nah, that was Will's game with that other person I don't like.
Joel?
No, Joel's okay. That other guy, the skinny guy that was in the Air Force with the glasses, Nate, yeah.
I was gonna. Yeah.
I said it as a joke, but yes, I also dislike Nate.
He's just not fun to play with.
Like,
No.
I played a legitimate murder hobo, and I still didn't like playing with Nate's character. At least for a while before most of the party died, his first character was kind of fun. But then our whole party cycled through, and I think that's when you made the
Stick in the mud.
no, yeah, but they were like a healer, but the way they healed was fucked up. I liked
Oh
that
yeah,
flavor.
because I played a paladin to begin with, and then they died, and then I played a cleric with they worship like perfection through forced evolution. So it was like their healing would leave like grotesque mutations and scars, and they were purposely spreading plagues in the town to just see how they affected people. Like I got the contagion spell, and I was like, I sneak out during the night, and I just cast on people.
It's shit like that made me want to go beyond being a murder hobo. I originally just started off as a dark elf tortured by, or no, as an Argonian man tortured by a bunch of dark elves. So I just came out with a bunch of PTSD, and I didn't trust any elves. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think it just makes it so much more fun when you can add stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
And it makes a memorable character after all those years.
I still remember that shit when I play in other games and people are like, I cast heal, and I'm like, I wonder how their wounds stitch back together.
Yeah, I think it helps build the world, and it makes it so you're part of the world you're building too, you know?
I tried healing somebody in one of my games where I basically just made Solaire, but the DM was just like, yeah, you heal him, but you didn't really clean the wound out very well, and it's kind of fucked up looking. And I'm like, huh, that is true, huh? Wow. Okay.
Fair enough.
Cool.
I rip open the man's wound again and clean it, just so I can heal him better.
Feels good.
What?
He died from sepsis.
Don't shock yourself. Sorry. Never mind.
Yeah, I was like, that seemed like a weird non sequitur.
Just don't do it. It's more dangerous than you'd think.
Okay, sorry.
That's where I eat my spaghetti.
That's another one.
I do. What? Go ahead.
I was watching China, Illinois,
Good show.
and it was the episode where Pony joins Baby Cake's D&D group and kills him,
Oh yeah.
and he gets super mad and makes a level 1 thief and cuts a gem out of his old corpse and then uses it to summon Falcor so that he can fly to get the Sword of Banishment.
And then he jerks off a mountain.
Yeah. You have to jerk off that mountain.
It's such a good show. I don't know. I liked his it's Brad Neely, right?
Yeah.
I loved his Baby Cake stuff before he did China, Illinois.
Yeah, the what was the other one that was really good?
Professor
The roleplay
Bros.
contest.
Oh yeah. There was I forget what it's called. It's I think it might just be roleplay contest. And that has his signature song, Be Aggressive. Be aggressive.
Yeah, that's the one. And he meets a
Oh.
cute girl, and he's like, the way to win this girl's heart is to destroy her in roleplay.
There's only one girlie at the tourney where it's kill or be killed. You know. I'm sorry, okay. I'll stop.
No, it was great.
Nah, you could.
Me and Kelsey used to play
Also, he
D&D. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. It's great because Baby Cake's character is just a barbarian that looks exactly like Baby Cake's but has an axe and wears a loincloth. What were you saying?
Oh, when me and Kelsey used to play D&D together, we'd always sing that before we played. Just every time.
when I play or when I DM and so, like they're about to enter combat, I start singing fight scene, there's gonna be a fight scene,
Nice.
which is from Bob's Burgers. Also, I have one character whose first character, have you heard of the Harrow deck?
Oh.
The Harrow deck is a thing in Pathfinder. It's like the tarot deck,
Hmm.
but not.
Harrowing.
Yeah, so like they're usually magical, and they met Desna, which is the goddess of luck. And she like imbued this Harrow deck with magic, and one of them drew the cricket, which allows you to draw 3 more cards. So he got turned into a werebear. Um, got drew the marriage card and like one other one. But oh no, I think he only took the 2. But he the marriage one is like a genie comes and proposes marriage, and if you deny their request, like all the genies of their element will come down against you. So he's like, yeah, sure, I accept. And the the genie was the genie's like excellent. So like halfway through one of the dungeons, he got super hurt and the genie showed up and was like, it's just like enough of this. I can't see my husband die in a filthy place like this. You'll come with me. And he's like, but I'm adventuring. And like the whole time, the rest of the party had been shitting on him for like everything. And he's just like, you know what? Fuck it. Sure. So now he like lives a blessed life while everyone else has to fight like Lovecraft horrors.
Pretty good trade.
But his second character was a tiefling sorceress that they met tied to an altar for the unspeakable one. And she's like, can you guys let me out? And then she's like, I'm gonna burn this whole manor to the ground. And the bard was like, his whole thing is that he loves plants. He's like, but there's a giant hedge around it. You'll burn the hedge. And she's like, I don't care. And he's just like, I thought you were a good person.
Oh no.
And so they got into a fight. But the best part about our bard is that he grew up the son of a blacksmith, so he's ripped.
Nice.
And he's like, Dad, I don't want to be a blacksmith. And his dad's like, well, it's the family business, so. And so what he did was he made a warhammer. He's like, yep, Dad, just working on my warhammer. And then he just puts strings across it and made it into a banjo and then went traveling. So his weapon and his instrument is a banjo hammer or a banjammer.
A band jammer.
His
Oh.
name is Finoglio.
The item I rolled on that sheet or on the goblin punch is the seed of moon ice. If dropped in a body of water, it will freeze an area of up to 20 feet in diameter. If swallowed, I die. If touched, save or die. Leaves awesomely frozen corpses that are not cold to the touch and never thaw.
Yeah, it's the seed of moon ice, right?
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? There's another one that's oh yeah, so he ends up getting in a fight with the sorceress, and then he saved a basil drawn thing, which is this thing that has hallucinatory spores. He saves it and gives it to the living topiaries, which are like hedges that a druid's enchanted to become people. So they like come out from the hedge carrying this thing that they're holding like a baby, and the sorceress starts to hallucinate, thinks that she's drowning in quicksand, and I'm like, what do you want to do, Bard? And Finoglio just walks up, takes the banj hammer, and turns her head into jelly and just walks away. The rest of the party left because they're like, whatever. They're like, what are they gonna do? Kill each other? And he shows up covered in blood at the tavern, and he's like, I killed the sorceress.
The answer was yes.
It was pretty funny. But I just feel bad because that's the second character that they've had, and also Finoglio has hated the other character because they were also a bard, so they had bard fights all the time. But now he's playing a swashbuckler. They were like, "Yeah, man, we already like cleared the village. I wish there was like a side quest we could go on." And I was like, "All right, you mean?" Because Finoglio walked up to the guard and he's like, "Tell us where the secret wizard is." And he's just like, "What secret wizard?" And he's like, "Of course you wouldn't know about it. You're too low grade. No one would tell you about the secret wizard." And he's like, "What?" And so he like what? The guy walks to the back and he's just like, he's like, "Is there a secret wizard?" And then the manager comes out and or the head guard, and he's just like, "Who told you about the secret wizard?" So I had to write a secret wizard in. And he was just a guy in a warehouse that sold. He actually sold the Goblin Punch items for like a great discount. Because he thought it would be funny to give like new adventurers these powerful magical items and see how they mess up. He's like, "I'm 1,200 years old." He's like, "Nothing can kill me." Like there's the one that's the feather that points to the most dangerous enemy nearby, and the bard puts it in his hat and it immediately points to the wizard, and he just like slowly puts it back down and like stares at the wizard. So anyway, there was like wizard. They're like, what in Pathfinder a Gorgon is like a metal bull that can breathe petrifying gas in a 60-foot cone. So they start to fight that, and they get to the island where the Gorgon is. And I'm like, and recently there's been sights of another monster there, which is a Catoblepas, which is like a CR12 giant oxen that shoots poison out of his mouth. And then they get there, and one of them almost gets crushed by a rock. And they're like, "What the hell?" And they climb a mountain, and they see a rock giant, and he's like, "Hey, man, you're not supposed to be here. These are our hunting grounds." So now they have to fight the rock giant to get to the Gorgon to get. Oh, and the whole reason they're doing it is because they want the singing frog, but the wizard won't sell it to them.
They want the singing frog in the box.
Then they want it, and he only sings jazz, so his name is Jazz Frog. But yeah, the bard was like, "We really don't need this singing frog. I can sing jazz for you guys if you really want." And they're like, "Nah, man, we need Jazz Frog." And he's just like, "Gah." So the whole encounter is going to be like a CR like 20 if they run into everything at once. But they also constantly complain about how my games aren't hard enough.
Difficulty is hard in a game where you can improv.
I'm sorry, what was that? You cut out.
Difficulty is hard when people can
Shirley,
just...
what'd you say?
I'll just disconnect and talk to you guys later.
Okay.
Peace.
See you. I'm gonna get off too.
I'm gonna go make WrestleMania.